The Babadook. It's like the greatest name for a horror movie ever. The Babadook is a 2014 horror film that I got done watching late last night, so I decided to make a review right now. And this movie was recommended to me by somebody very nice on Facebook because I have been pretty disappointed by horror movies from 2014 that I openly ask, please, were there any horror movies that I might have missed that could have been good? And please tell me what they were. I had to see them. And this was the movie that was recommended. It's directed by Jennifer Kent. And the plot is we meet this single mother. She's a widow, played by Essie Davis. And she has this son, 6 years old, who is so hyper, so almost out of control. And I know that you think, okay, 6 years old, maybe it's normal for him to be a little wonky and out of control and have fun, right? He's a kid. But when you see this kid, you just want to pull your hair out. You go, God damn it, kid. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, but man, this just looked brutal. And eventually, they find this book in the house called Mr. Babadook. And she's reading the book to him as like a bedtime story, and the more she reads it, the more she realizes it's a little messed up. It has all these weird wording about stuff, and it gets creepier and creepier. So she decides to just get rid of the book until it comes back in the house, and weird things start to happen, creepy things. So you could probably tell where this whole story is going. Now, what I thought of The Babadook is, you know what, I like this movie. I did. I didn't love it, but I will say that I thought the writing on these characters were pretty strong. I mean, the mother, for example, I really liked her. She clearly was messed up. She was troubled after her husband died, actually driving her to the hospital to give birth to their son. So she doesn't even celebrate his birthday on his birthday because it just brings too much pain for her. And she's clearly lonely, she's clearly distressed, and seeing how low she is as a person, but she's still trying to be optimistic towards her son, not realizing just how bad he is. Like when you see he makes these weapons because he still sees monsters that aren't really there, and he's a trouble at school. He can't really interact with other kids because he might hurt them. There's a lot of stuff going on with these characters that you attach yourself to them. You feel bad for them, and you hope that this isn't a grim outcome for the two because they've already been through some shit. And then when you get to this Babadook character, first of all, the book, yeah, maybe at first it looks innocent enough, and because at first I thought, well, why the hell is she going to read to her son this freaky book? But the way how the kid found it in his room and she thought nothing of it and started reading it, it didn't seem all that bad. And then the more you read, the more creepy images that are in the book, creepy pictures, and then it eventually starts to tell you how it's gonna possess you, kill you, make you do all of these horrible things, and it gets trippy. Now, I can't say that I was overly scared throughout the film, but I will say that there's plenty of creepy moments, especially more so the moments when the mother is first, she's kind of denying that this thing exists, but she's hearing weird sounds. When she tries to sleep at night, she sees somebody in the black hat, the black coat, and they'll creepily come through the door of her room, and moments like that are like, wow, okay, that's pretty creepy, especially if you put yourself in that scenario and go, crap, yeah, that's creepy. The ending is really the only thing that I didn't care for in the movie. Now, I'm not going to spoil it. I wouldn't do that. This is a small enough movie that I don't think a lot of people have seen it. So I'll just say that the whole movie I found interesting. I thought there were creepy moments, and I genuinely cared about what happened to these people. When you talk about horror movies nowadays, this film was a breath of fresh air when it comes to horror. It's like, okay, people can still make good horror. And this is a female director, by the way. You don't get enough female directors in general, not just in horror movies, but it was even better to see that. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen The Babadook. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!